All right, so it is time. This is Infinite Game, and I talk about investments from stocks and real estate to alternative investments such as sports cars, trading cars, wines, pretty much anything. So here's the thing. The biggest mistake people make, and it's not even the biggest mistake, it's like the dumbest investments you can really put your money into, I would say right now, is Olympic cards. The reason why is the people who are, listen, if you want to have stuff long term, like if you want to have Shaun White or Michael Phelps, because they won't be in this year's Olympics, if you want to have these guys, because they are iconic figures and things such as that, and some of the most notable athletes ever, fine, do it. If you want to get someone and you want to hold them long term and it's one of the rarest cards you can find from them, go ahead, do it. Because they probably didn't make that much stuff from them. You want to get a Usain Bolt card, his Sports Illustrated for Kids card. People like that, there's a handful of them, yes. Maybe Simone Biles, but I probably wouldn't even, unless it's a super rare PSA 10 card that has her auto and a serial numbered, I wouldn't waste my time. The reason why is because during the Olympics, like every 4 years during the Olympics, there are going to be people are going to care so much about, and then after a while, people don't care anymore. It's a flip. That's what it is. And people who are buying, especially if you're buying now, you should have bought a year ago. Like you literally should have bought a year ago. People in the sports car market are smarter, and you're I'm trying to do these Olympic picks right before the Olympics start. Most of these people aren't going to be, most of the people who even invest in sports cars or buy sports cars in general don't even watch the games. If they're not going to watch football, the Super Bowl, they're not going to watch the NBA Finals, why would they watch the Olympics? It's just culturally irrelevant, especially to Americans. And why? They're going to buy some card from this person and then they're going to sell it. It's just a flip. And you're going to make a fool of, because you're going to be like, man, I bought this card. It's so cheap. It's supposed to go up, but you actually bought it at the top. It's just a waste of money. It's a waste of time. And I wouldn't buy any NBA players because everybody expects them to win a gold medal, right? It makes sense if you're going to buy Luka and you think maybe he may surprise people and win a gold medal. If that happens, or a foreign team wins silver and they ball out or whatever, people will buy them. If Nico Mannion or whatever from Italy, goes off and drops 40, 50 points in a medal game, then, people may buy them. But outside of that, people don't care. For Olympic soccer, unless somebody goes crazy, people really don't care. They care more about the World Cup. Most of these people who are buying soccer don't watch soccer. Yeah, World Cup is king. Unless you're trying to flip, it doesn't matter. It's just a waste of money and time for that. I'm trying to think of other sports. Swimming, there's no big notable person that's even worth it. If you're not buying Michael Phelps cars, it doesn't matter. Skateboarding and, all this X Games type stuff. If you're not buying Shaun White, it doesn't matter. If you're buying Tony Hawk, who isn't even an Olympic athlete, never was an Olympic athlete, it doesn't matter. If you're trying to get into, I'm into martial arts like Taekwondo, Judo, karate, those things are going to be, nobody's notable. No one cares about those people. Unless they somehow become UFC fighters and dominate, and then you want to go back and get their cards. Also, no one cares. Track and field, none of those people matter, right? If you're buying, I love Allison Felix and a lot of these other Olympic athletes, but their stuff doesn't matter. None of the runners. None of them. Not Trey Lyles. None of them. They got a 17-year-old, I think, who, he may end up becoming one of the fastest guys in history. I mean, technically, he's already one of the fastest guys in history. He's 17, but it doesn't matter. Like, I'm trying hard here to actually think of somebody, you know, headliner Simone Biles, and there's like a 12-year-old who's like a skateboarder. Maybe get their card because they're going to be around for a while. But yeah, baseball, no one cares. Synchronized swimming, diving, shooting, no one cares. No one cares about any of that stuff. Water polo, no one cares. People talking about, oh yeah, about this person. I mean, the biggest events in the Olympics is really track and field, swimming, and gymnastics. Everything else, no one really cares. So, yeah, I mean, if you're buying these cards, you're wasting your money. Unless you're buying Simone Biles. I don't even know if she's going to be that relevant 4 years from now, 8 years from now, 12 years from now. So, oh yeah, low pop count. Pop count isn't everything. It's demand as well. And you know what? There's going to be some hype and maybe some people want to buy, but you're better off putting your money elsewhere. And a matter of fact, you know, you should hope that a lot of people are going to go into Olympic cards and buying Olympic cards. The reason why is because other stuff is going to be cheap. A lot of other NBA players are going to be cheap if that happens. A lot of NFL players maybe end up being cheap or something. Maybe some soccer players, maybe some baseball, maybe some ice hockey players. Maybe some Yu-Gi-Oh! And Pokemon. Maybe some Magic the Gathering. It's just such a waste of money. Like, people, and the people who are saying, oh, here, get your Olympic picks and stuff like that, they already have the cards that they want, and they're going to be flipping it to you. Like, when the Olympics start, they're going to be selling off, and maybe some stuff goes up, and they're going to be done. I think it's a waste. Even if you're buying Naomi Osaka, because I do have a Naomi Osaka card, but I'm a buy and hold kind of guy, and you know, I'm hoping to hold her card for at least 20 years. So, if you bought her card now, you probably bought it at the height right now. And people are probably going to be selling through the entire Olympics. And then she's going to be around for a while. So then after that, I think her stuff is going to tank. And in the pop report, more of her cards are going to be available. So that's something to keep in mind. So yeah, that's one of the hot takes. Hopefully, like, piss some people off. And please like, comment, and subscribe. And in the comments, tell me what you think. Do you think Olympic cards are going to be the future? Do you think Olympic cards are going to be better than, you know, Mike Trout, LeBron James cards? Do you think they're going to outpace and be more expensive than Mickey Mantle PSA 9 cards? Let me know.